Assalamu alaikum dear students. Myself Dr. Zahir Nazir. Today we will discuss about the renewable and non-renewable resources in the environment. Dear students, the balanced relationship between the living organisms and environment is necessary for the life maintenance on the biosphere or in the biosphere, or we can say that on the surface of earth. Dear students, renewable resources nature has provided to mankind by different type of resources for the maintenance of life, especially for living organism as well as for mankind. You know very well, there is two types of resources are there, renewable resources as well as non-renewable resources. First we will discuss about the renewable resources. Renewable resources are those type of resources which can be replenished, physically and biologically, which can be replenished, which can be reset by the nature. Such type of the resources are called as renewable resources, such as air, water, land, forest, fisheries, livestock, etc. These resources such as air, water, land, forest, fisheries, livestock, agriculture, etc. These are renewable resources. These resources can be replenished, and as compared to renewable resources, the non-renewable resources are that type of resources cannot be replenished or reset or restored by the nature. Such type of resources are such as the fossil fuel. Fossil fuel means petroleum products such as metals, metalloids, these are the non-renewable resources. First we will discuss about few renewable resources which are most important. First we will discuss about the air. Dear students, you know very well, the life can survive on the globe of earth or in the biosphere up to 600 meter, and the globe of Earth is surrounded by the different type of gases, or we can say that mixture of gases, that is called air. And chemically air contains nitrogen gas up to 78%, oxygen up to 21%, carbon dioxide up to 0.03%, and small amount of noble gases. Noble gases we have discussed in chemistry. In the periodic table, noble gases are those which are called inert gases, which are present up to small amount. Noble gases such as neon, krypton, helium, etc. In the air, nitrogen is the most essential element for the life. You know very well, the nitrogen is the most important element from protoplasm point of view, because it is about provided by the nature about 78% of the air. It is necessary for the synthesis of the proteins, which is about 18% of the protoplasm, as well as the nucleic acid and other different energy molecules. So this nitrogen recycled via through the biogeochemical cycle in the environment to living beings and to living organisms. The second most important component of the renewable resources, that is water. Chemically, H2O, you know very well, in the living protoplasm, in the living beings, 70 to 90% of the protoplasm having water molecules. So biologically, from the life point of view, water is the most important component for the living beings. Nature has provided water to our environment about 1500 million cubic kilometer to the living beings, to the environment. From percentage point of view, about 93% water from ocean, 4% earth crust, 2% glaciers, and 0.052% from the we can say that the fresh water, this is the percentage of water which is provided by the nature to the living environment, or we can say that to the environment for biological processes. The fresh water which is about 3700 cubic kilometer fresh water. The fresh water which is 37 cubic kilometer, 3700 cubic kilometer, about 90% of this water is used by the men in the industries. Then 10% for household, or we can say that domestic purpose, and agriculture purpose. 10% of the fresh water used by the men as domestic, as household, as man use, and about the fewer percent used by the man in agriculture for growing different types of crop. The precipitated water, the water in the earth's surface, or we can say that which is 4% in the earth crust, that is characterized into 3 levels. For example, these are the soil particles. These are the soil particles the water molecule which is present in the form of small vapors in the soil particles, that is called as hygroscopic water. Hygroscopic water. And the water which is precipitated and up to few feet or few meters below the soil, that is called as the water which is below the surface up to 100 meters, that is called gravitational water. Gravitational water. And water is about the 14% of the water vapors in the environment, that is fresh water, that will be evaporate from the lakes, rivers, ditches and other resources, and then again it will comes over the surface or on the land in the form of rainwater. Then the third one component, that is called as land. Land is the most important resource, renewable resource for mankind. Renewable as well as renewable resources. Renewable and non-renewable resources Non-renewable resources, the fossil fuel, the metals, the metallites, the natural gases and different other resources which is also provided by the land. And non-renewable resources, we can say that the plants in the form of forests that play a vital role, that provide wood and food products to mankind. The wood is used for domestic fuel purpose as well as for preparation of paper, for the preparation of the other products like furniture and other domestic use. Means the land fulfilled with the renewable as well as non-renewable resources which is provided by the nature, and 23% of the land is for grazing purpose. 23% of the earth surface covered by the grasses and used by the living beings for grazing purpose. The next one is the forest. Forest, which is about 6% of earth's surface. It is the life of forest, animals as well as plants. Animals and the plants are necessary for the balance of natural ecosystem. The forest is necessary for maintenance of interdependence activities of the living beings. For example, predatory relationships and the balance of biological ecosystem. The forest is necessary. This is about the renewable resources, few renewable resources like air, water, land, forest. This was renewable resources that can be replenished. In the next lecture, inshallah, we will discuss about the non-renewable resources which cannot be replenished by man or naturally, which are endable, and these are non-endable resources that can be replenished. We have discussed different types of resources like water, like air, like land, like forest. Inshallah, next lecture we will continue the non-renewable resources. Thanks.